Hi, it's Jen.
And Mel, I'm just getting my little microphone.
Sorry, we're all ready for our next podcast.
What
Our
episode are
episode,
6, I think?
this is probably 6, but we lost 5.
We
We're
don't
going
know
to
what we're
try to
doing.
find it. It was
We're
about
getting
our
there.
vacations. We're getting there. But today we thought we would, since it's on our minds, we're going to talk about kids' sports.
Jen said my post on TikTok was a little
It was
aggressive.
angry. It was very aggressive.
And I'm usually not aggressive.
I felt bad because kids' sports can make you crazy.
And then just listening to all that negativity
Around you.
it's very hard. Very
Because
hard.
I think every parent thinks their kid's going to the NFL, NHL, baseball, like whatever is out there, their kid's going there.
Or they're like looking at it as a do-over in their life.
Could
like
be.
Or a reflection on them and how great of a parent they are because their kid's such a great athlete.
Maybe. I mean, I got to tell you, like you said in your post, I have 4 kids, and my older son was definitely going to be in the NFL. And I say that jokingly, but like I tell the story when he was in 2nd grade, supposed to play flag football.
Yeah.
And one kid went up and suited up, and I was like, of course my son should be able to do that. What are you, crazy? So they're like, all right. So I suited him up. He went to practice. When he came home, his eyes were like huge,
Saucers.
scared, and he's like, I don't want to do that again. Like he wasn't ready.
Yeah.
But me, I thought, oh, he's the best.
Right.
And I was by the time Aiden, my little, I'm realistic. He likes it. He plays it. Is he going to be a lacrosse all-star? No, but he's definitely got, he enjoys it. So I never made him take special lessons. And
I know. I didn't want to do that with the 4th, but he insisted.
yeah, but
And
he's
that's
really
the
good,
other,
you
he
said.
is
That's
good.
different.
But you know what? Is he good? I mean, what is good, right? Like we look at good and it's all relative, right? There's always going to be somebody better. There's always going to be
Correct.
somebody worse. That's why you wear your
Correct.
bikini on the beach, as my mother said, because
Correct.
there's always going to be somebody
Somebody
better
better, somebody
and there's
worse.
always going to be somebody
And
worse.
I will say this social media is awful. So you have these parents who put up my son hit 100 home runs. It's like, wait, really? Don't do that, because if they're that good, we're going to notice and we're going to compliment. Like I like to use the story of Jordan Fuller. My son played with him. He lived in our area. He plays for the NFL if you don't know him. And he was probably the sweetest, nicest player you would ever meet. His mother, father, the nicest people. And this kid was the star of our 8th grade as well as our high school. But he always complimented his team.
Oh, see,
when
that's
they won
great.
the Super Bowl at senior year, I remember saying, Jordan, my God. He goes, no, this brat, your son did this. Like he never
took credit and made it about him, made it about the
humble,
team. That's lovely.
Very humble. Nice kid. And look how far he made it.
Yeah.
So these sports, plus how expensive they are. You know how much Botox I could have gotten?
I know.
If I didn't pay,
I could have had a nice face. I could have had a nice body, everything. I could have had the whole thing. But I didn't think about it with my first one when he was going to college, and I was like, he played baseball his whole life. He played football and baseball. And I remember the football coach reaching out to him and saying, you can play D3 football if you want to. And I remember thinking, oh my God, this is the greatest thing. He's played football his life. This will help him. This will help him acclimate to school. And I remember him saying, Ma, I don't want to do that. He's like, I don't want to. And I was like, you don't? And he's like, no, I don't.
Tired of getting hit.
I was like, all right. He's like, I really love baseball. I go, well, do you want to play baseball? He's like, no, I just want to go to college. And if there's a club team, I'll join that. He's like, I don't want to do this. And I was like thinking, you know what? It's not 13th grade college. No. It's a fresh start.
Yeah.
So let him do it. And he did. He did club baseball. He loved it.
It was fun watching. Listen, it teaches them discipline. It teaches them to be
so
organized,
many things.
right? You
Wonderful
get home
things.
From school, you do your homework, you have a snack, you go to practice, you work as a team, you get lost.
Right. There's nothing wrong with it. It's all
awesome.
good stuff.
It's the families, it's the parents who are lunatics on the side wanting
and
to
it's our
fights.
Expectations, not theirs. And really.
Awful.
And it was hard for me to listen to him say he didn't want to do something that I thought he should have been doing. But hindsight now, he was right. He got to study abroad. If he was playing on a team,
wouldn't have been able to do
even
that.
A D3 team, you can't do that. They own you no matter what level you're playing at. And if you're not D1, I guess
I don't know. I don't know the college stuff.
I don't know, but I mean, are you that great? I don't know.
I don't know.
You just have to.
I know that when I was a kid, I was on the orange softball team, and every game he'd bring orange Trident and oranges, and I can't eat orange Trident to
What
this
about
day.
the orange Tic Tacs? Do you
And
bring
all of
Oh,
that.
I love the
can't
orange
eat
Tic
any
Tacs.
orange flavored because I am so tainted from my orange tea when I was in like 4th grade.
Oh my God.
I know. I didn't like it. I don't know. Maybe the memory wasn't good. My
I
dad
just had too
coached.
much anxiety. I could never perform on a field in
Oh,
front of
really?
everybody. No, I was a cheerleader, but I was like a group thing, so I didn't mind that. But I
Well,
could
what do
never
you?
play a sport.
Okay, so what do you do if your kid's going to play a sport and they're not good? Like, you
Oh,
can't. What do you say to them? You encourage them, right?
right. It's just different now because I think with high school sports, like in our day, you just went on the team and you played and
That's
you
it.
had fun. Now it's like you have to do this and then you have to do club and then you have to do this other thing
Have
and then you have to have
lessons,
lessons and a private coach. So all of these kids are getting better. And if your kid just wants to play on the high school team just to play, they're going to stand out as they're not good, and it's not really right. Like it really
But you
isn't
have to
right.
you can't tell your kid they're not good. They have to
No.
figure out, like, you know what, this was fun, but obviously I'm not playing the way all these other gals are playing, so maybe it's time for me to step out and do something else. Because if you said, anything, oh, Maran, God forbid,
Yeah, but I also look and I see the different roles of the players on the team. There's the one that's like such the funny one, and she's like getting everybody, laughing at the game. That's part of it too, right?
Yeah.
You don't have to just be this great athlete.
Yeah.
It's there's a lot of players on a team, and
Yes.
and when I mean players, I mean different roles you take too.
Yes.
Right?
So no,
and there is the bench warmer, and that bench warmer might just like being part of the team.
I have to tell you, my youngest 4th, he plays on a lacrosse team. He does very well, but one thing that he does the best is he cheers his teammates on. He's so
great.
cute on the sideline. Jumps up and down for them. I love it. I love watching that more than when he's out on the field, because I'm always afraid they're going to kill him. Like, I'm always scared.
Yeah.
That's the thing with the 4th. Like, I want to protect his head. Like, stop hitting him. I didn't let him play football. I'll tell you something. He's going to a Catholic school, and these kids getting out of the car with their parents. My son was like, they're his age, but obviously they're reclassed, but they had facial hair, mustaches. I was like, you're not playing football.
No.
But anyway, so that was our thing about kids sports. We want to move into another question that we got about which kind of deals with these crazy parents on the side, is how do you deal with coworkers that possibly you're not loving? Is that a nice way of putting it?
Yeah. Okay. Or like you just don't get along with.
You just don't get along with. Like, you might have even had words with them. You just don't get along with them.
Yeah.
And how do you deal with that? And we're going to talk about it, and maybe in a more of an educational setting, because we're teachers. So, because we definitely have that.
Yeah, but I think we could talk about it in
a
general setting. Because I think when there are things I was thinking about. When you genuinely don't like someone, it's usually for one or two reasons. I'm not a psychologist, but this is what I think. It's either you see something in yourself that you don't like, and you see that person has that quality, or it reminds you of something in your dominant parent that they had that you didn't like. Think about that.
I am thinking about it, but there is somebody at work that I don't like. Okay. And it's not
me.
No, not that it doesn't hurt my stomach, but I don't like this person, and it's because that person makes me feel stupid.
Okay.
And I don't like that. Like, that person thinks whatever they say is the best thing and right thing to say.
All right. Now I have another question for you, just to follow up. Is there some part of you that doubts like your intelligence that you feel, well, there 100%. You go. So that's your trigger. That gets your button. So that person, it's not the person themselves. It's the fact that they're making you feel that way because you doubt yourself in that way. Now, if that person told you, oh, you don't look good in those clothes, you wouldn't believe it because you look good in clothes, right? You believe, you have a script, what you believe for yourself to be true, right? If that person told you, you have no friends, nobody likes you, you would be like, F off, everybody likes me. And I know that because you are confident in that way. So the person we don't like, yes, they hit something that we see in ourselves or that triggers a negative feeling.
And so what I do is sometimes we will just pass each other because she doesn't like me as much as I don't like her. I know this. We've never said these words together. We'll pass each other in the hall, and that's okay. And other times we say hi. It's just very like flatline. Hey, or nothing. Because I'm not going to be phony and say like, how is so-and-so doing it? I'm not, because I really don't care.
Right.
And then there's other people who, listen, you're in the hallways walking. Do you have to say hi to every single teacher? You can give them a
good
nod.
morning is nice. And I don't think, and even people that I don't really get along with and don't like me, we say good morning, you know? I mean,
Be cordial.
is it like, oh my God, how are you? How
Yeah.
was your
Nope.
weekend? No, it's like,
'Cause you
hey,
don't
good
want to know.
morning. How are you?
Yep.
Like, that's it. There's a
That's it.
different tone,
Yep.
and it can still be professional. It's
Yep.
difficult though if you have to work with
Yes.
somebody
Set your boundaries
on a like if
Yes.
they're on your team or they
Project.
have a similar, discipline that you're
Yep.
teaching.
Yep.
That's when it gets very tricky.
Yep.
Like if you have to work together, very tricky.
Like I know this person tried to like be like the controller of this one younger teacher, and I was like, you set your friggin' boundaries, don't you dare. And she did. God bless her, she did really well, and she made it work, because you have to make it work, right?
Right.
Or else you're going to be throwing up every day going to work and you're like, I friggin' have to see this friggin' person. But literally, I mean, we're also older, but
yeah,
we got to the point where also in our lives, in our circle of friends, right, if I have to work at our friendship,
yeah, it's not
dead
worth it
to
to me. I can't. I don't
if
have
you
the
go out
time.
at 8 o'clock at night, dead to me.
Yeah.
I mean, then you're not my friend.
But I also think the older we get, look for patterns. The people who've bothered me at work, there was a similar pattern. And it was somebody who was very dominant, somebody who wanted to be in control, somebody who wanted to treat me as if they were helping me and I needed them. And if I didn't have them, then I couldn't succeed.
Yes,
and I look at me from when I started in 1996, there was that person in that role. And as I go on, and I can name their names, and they're all different people, but that's the person that always gets to me, the one who makes me think that I have to need them. That and I felt like I needed them. I felt like I couldn't do it without them.
And they do that to everyone. That's what they feel their role is.
And that is where I'm really working hard on knowing that I don't need anybody but myself. And I'm good at what I do, and you. And I'm confident at what I do, and I'm good at what I do, and I don't need somebody's affirmations to tell me. Yeah, I did.
She got Teacher of the Year.
And that was very, very I was very emotional about that. That meant a lot to me. But then again, it's because I need external validation all the time. And I'm working on trying not to need that.
Right. And that person that you're talking about made you feel like you needed that person all the time in order to get through certain situations, when in reality it didn't.
Yeah, but go back to 1996 and look at my team, right? There was a person on my team who had a very superior education than I did, like went to like a really great college, and
she was ugly.
Made me, no, she was very pretty. You're thinking of the other one.
You know who I'm thinking of.
I know you're thinking of, but I liked her. The other one. And she was very pretty.
That's not nice.
I know that was very not nice.
I know, not nice. I'm just trying to
very, very, very pretty, very, very, very smart, not very good with the kids. Kids loved me, that had me as a teacher. Parents loved me, did not love her. And that made her feel very, very threatened by me. So any chance she had made me feel like, I don't know, she's probably very wealthy. Made me feel like I needed her because she had more experience than me. She had a better degree than I had. She had more intelligence than I had, and I needed her, or I was not going to be this good of teacher.
Remember how she would talk?
Oh, she would use words I didn't even know what she was talking about.
Very clear and concise. I remember
her vocabulary was like SAT words. I had to look them up.
Let me tell you something. The girl that I don't like she is very smart. She uses very big words.
And then sometimes I'm like, wait a minute, I have to use the context clues to figure out what she's saying.
Is there pictures with her conversation?
Mm-hmm.
Then I'll get what she's saying.
Exactly.
I pretend I know.
I pretend. Then you try to use the word and you say it wrong because it's not the right way to say the word.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's how it started. Yeah, that's how it started. So I'm really like, I'm aware that this is what I do, and I'm trying to change that. So
what could this young girl who asked this question?
I think put your boundaries up. I think be cordial and friendly. I think be kind to yourself, right? Look for patterns. See why this is triggering you, right? Sometimes when we know the reason why, it makes it better.
And if you have to, get that courage to say to her or him, whoever it is, like, listen, I'm not comfortable with how this conversation is going, or I'm not comfortable in what you did, blah, 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 blah. And kind of just be like, we agree to disagree, and that's
and move on.
And move on. Like sometimes you might have to have the words, which are uncomfortable, but sometimes.
And I'm terrible at that. You need to get me on that. I'm an avoider, and I admit it. I hate conflict, and I'll avoid it at all costs. And sometimes when you avoid conflict, it makes it worse.
Yeah, no, you're right. But listen, you want to like your job. Don't ever let somebody make you hate getting up to go somewhere where
exactly.
you like. So
where what you know you're good at. When you just tell yourself, I know I'm good at this, and I don't need anybody telling me otherwise.
And do a good happy hour, and then maybe get that liquid courage and tell her to F off. So anyway, I think that's all we got.
That's all we got. We kind of went
we went a little bit
around the world
started
today.
with our parents at games. How do you deal with them? To how do you deal with the people at work? That was our connection, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
That's all we got.
Bye.
Bye.